What's going on, Workforce? Brian here.
Chris here.
And today we're talking about the 4.06 patch notes, some of the other interesting news that's been coming out on Reddit today, and just in general Final Fantasy XIV. So let's go ahead and do this thing.
So first up, they actually tackle server stability by making Ixion triple the number of horns. So now if you get gold, you're getting 6. If you get silver, you're getting 3. Hopefully that'll help kind of slowly get more and more people through the Ixion mount and make the locks more available.
Absolutely. So in line with those changes, they're still keeping the locks instance, but the other zones are no longer going to be instance. So if you're doing maps or anything like that in any of the new zones, this should be a huge relief within you and your group to be able to accomplish that. But we've got adjustments on 5 of the jobs here, all PvE adjustments. So let's go ahead and break those down.
So Lancer's getting some huge potency boosts. Ninja actually has 1 potency boost and 1 potency reduction.
So Archer then is also getting, it's just potency boost pretty much straight across the board, but straight shot is increasing from 20 to 30 seconds. The big change here for bards is that if your song doesn't actually do any damage to your target, you still will get the effect of that song, where before that was not the case. So I think that's going to be really big for bards, especially in content where, mechanics kind of prevent you from doing damage for a period of time.
Now Machinist's got a big buff here. I think this will be interesting to see if this is what fixes the balance, at least on my personal server, both in PvP and PvE. I'm just seeing bards when it comes to kind of that ranged DPS.
Except for in PvP, where Machinist is like, everybody loves it in PvP, but here in already some of the conversation regarding Hotshot being 30 to 60 seconds, being a huge help. And so for me personally, on a summoner, I actually was hoping for more. I read this and was a little bit disappointed, but Bio 3 and Miasma 3 are getting a potency increase from their damage over a time effect from 40 to 50. So when you think of the duration of the ability being 30 seconds, a 10 potency boost is quite a lot. It's going to add up to a lot of damage, but it still doesn't address the kind of the turretiness of Bahamut. It still doesn't address some of the size issues that have been reported with people, and the size of Bahamut just kind of blocking people's cameras, trolling people, But we're supposed to see probably some more adjustments in 4.1. But I'd love to know what you guys think about these changes and any of the changes we talked about.
And on to the big Stormblood news. Season 5 PvP has started. It does say that at the top of the patch notes. It does say that at this point in the patch notes. But what it does not say is that you can still only queue solo.
And that is hugely disappointing for anybody who has a friend. Let's just break it down. So I'm all for, you want to do solo PvP, and it was in its own, kind of isolated area. You're never going to be an individual facing off against a team. A team's always going to have that advantage. But they've removed that team competition from this altogether. And they did that with the launch of Stormblood, and I always just, wrongfully assumed that we would see this when Season 5 started, because from a balancing perspective, that we would see this reintroduced at that point. But that is not the case. And so when I didn't read that this morning, actually, it really pissed me off, because I was like, we play with your brothers, and we can't
justified
compete.
That the 4 of us couldn't go into 8-man because it wasn't the ranked season yet. And so now you're saying, okay, you've removed that very valid excuse, and we're still stuck.
Right. So the only option for anybody who has more than one friend in this game, which when you think of an MMO and you think of all the content that's geared around it, 8-man is a huge number in any kind of thing. So we do have 8-man, but you can only queue as 2. Even if they opened up that 2 to a 4, they might have some balancing issues every now and then, but people could queue up with a 4-man and have some fun and play. But now the only option we have as of right now is literally Frontlines. And while Frontlines is, fun and we've been having a really great time with it, to compete and try to go for this gear and this rank and have that kind of real competition level, it doesn't exist now where it did before. But anyway, it frustrates me, honestly. It's just like, I was really looking forward to being able to play with Adam and Todd and really trying to make a play and see how far we could get. What rank could we get in group PvP?
Yep.
I guess lastly, outside of the resolved issues, they've removed the automatic logout feature. This was always a temporary measure, and it's usually brought in with every expansion. But I guess you can kind of stay in indefinitely now if you choose to use and spend your electricity on being on the game without any reason.
A couple of minor bug fixes after that. No big deal. Honestly, this was not supposed to be a big patch, and he kind of let us in on a few things prior. Outside of the PvP thing, I wasn't surprised by any of it, but I am looking forward to 4.1.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, with 4.1, we're supposed to get another new whole mode of PvP.
We'll make that another video.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty much it for 4.06. Not a big patch. Not really too many surprises here. I think we're both a little surprised on PvP, but that's about it.
I'd love to know what you guys think about any of the job changes and adjustments that we've seen. Did your job get... the jobs they changed got really boosted. Hopefully Dragoons out there are excited. I know that anybody who's been putting together rotation guides now have to go back to the drawing board again because all of that is like, hey, there you go. Here's the boost. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
This has been Chris.
And Brian.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care. Hey, it's me. Thanks so much for watching this video. You should click over here to see more videos just like it. Or you should click down here to check out our recent vlog. But you can also click somewhere down here below to hit the subscribe button, as well as check out our other info. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.